What is up, folks? Craig here. Welcome back. More blueprints. This is a weird one, actually. It's just a quick one. So me and my eldest, we, much like everybody else, diving headfirst into blueprints, trying to discover all of its secrets. I'm going to switch to the wide, but we found something and wouldn't mind sharing everybody's input, really. Sorry about my voice. Don't worry about that. So I've drafted a security room. This is what our thing looks like at the moment. I've drafted a security room now. After doing a lot of experimenting with the boiler room and the pump room, where everybody knows you can lower the lake level to, there's a 6 and a 14. I think I got a screenshot that can help explain my thought, because obviously I did this with my eldest, who, full credit to him, he's the brains behind the operation. So we started here, like literally just lowering the water level of the reservoir outside. The 14 being the dock level, you can see at the very top, and 6 taking is the entry level. So we lowered it to the 6 and got, down, and that takes you into, spoiler alert, the safe house for the Red Crown heist. It takes you into the safe house. Now, while we was in the safe house, we was obviously nosing around. We got our sanctum key and everything, pretty much the stuff that we expected. What we didn't expect was to find just a random piece of paper, hang on, that looked like this. It looked like this. And so the TV screens, we started looking around the room to see whether it was boxes or whether it was just some abandoned monitors within the safe house, until eventually, well, not long actually, it was like security room. So we did. We ran to the security room. This is here. So the monitors represent this. Now, ignoring these and ignoring these two, for now at least, you just look at this and they're set up, and you can see that A is there. And A, I think, is a picture of the archives, which is an A, and it says delete it on the piece of paper. Now, I don't think it's referring to the archives. Then, after sitting there, we realise that's the spare room. That's an S. Then we've got the, I think that's meant to be the, it's the walk-in wardrobe. That's a W. A is, that's the archives. That's a nook right there. So we've got Swan, and then we've got, down here, we've got the, I can't even see what it is. Either way, I think it's an S. I've just forgot what it is. But these spell Swan Song, so office, nursery, gallery, and I forgot what that one is, actually. That S. There's like a storeroom. I think it's the storeroom. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. That's the storeroom. So storeroom, office, and then like nursery and whatever. So either way, the top 8 monitors spell Swan Song. Don't worry, I'm getting to what I'm going to. So we made a look and see what these said. And these say it's a hallway, security, and that is the showroom. That's where you can buy the top tier stuff. So we came over here, popped in the password into the network, like normal, Swan Song, but this time we added H, S, S. There we go. And it's not lost on us that HSS, well, that would be hall, and then like showroom and security. Hall, security, showroom. It's also the initials of Herbert Sinclair. His name's Herbert S. Sinclair. So we entered that password and it got accepted. And that led us into not Herbert S. Sinclair's stuff, but it loaded. It took a second to load, actually. We were shocked. But it took us to the home security surveillance, and it gave us a bunch of dates, which was awesome. Now, 87 is obviously well before our time. 93 has got stuff too, but we'll go to 87, and we've got 3 pieces of footage. We've got the library at 10:59, we've got the entrance hall at 12:01, and we've got the security room at 4:22. So in the library, I'm going to play the vid. They take a second to come on. I don't know why. I'm unsure if there's a build-up in ambience. I'm assuming there is. We can see this security footage. That's Mary. As far as we can tell, that's Mary. And that's Herbert with her, or somebody that's helping her. He's got a book in the library. Whatever it is, it's at the back. You can see the spiral staircase is right there. So we're looking down from the staircase. Whatever book that he's got and he brought to her, he brought from that area of the room. So where the spiral staircase is, you're looking past that to the bookshelves. He just brings her the book and they sit there and talk for a second. So we was like, this is weird. Like, what's going on? Like, we didn't expect a security system to be active, at least of all around the time around the heist, because again, spoiler alert, Like everything was all up in the air. The Red Guard were examining the Sinclair Manor, the Mount Holly Manor. They were examining that quite heavily. It was under heavy scrutiny. So I was shocked that so when it says delete it, and when you find all the plans and the guns and stuff for the Red Crown heist, and you find the locked exhibit, like we were shocked that we found footage. And I haven't heard too many people talk about this, so I was like looking to try and make some answers. The next piece of footage is in the entranceway. Now the reason why I brought up the book in the library like it was a thing was because in this piece of footage you see what I think again is Herbert with the grey hair. This is 1987. He's plotting something even way back then, because obviously he passed in November 93, but the heist of the Red Crown went on in 87, and that's when he was harbouring Mary in the fallout shelter and the safe house underneath the manor. So he's got a vase in his hands. You're looking at the entrance hall. You can see the two busts. That's where you pick up your allowance. This is where you start the day. He's picking a vase up and he's carting it over to what would be, I suppose, the west side of the hall, of the entrance hall. So to anybody who's been to the Black Rock Grotto, if you know that grotto, you need the microchips. A microchip is in that vase. You smash that vase with a sledgehammer to get the microchip out. So we was like, okay, that's a clue. That's an interesting clue that means something, and it pertains to an unlock. It pertains to the grotto, to the Black Grotto, where the Sinclairs keep the servers open, Castle Court, and all that stuff. So it was like, okay, so that's got a clue in it to something that we've obviously already used. And then we've got the security footage. Again, I'm sorry about my voice. So the security footage is Mary standing right where we are, but she's got a piece of paper in her hand. She purposefully steps on a chair and comes up to the camera, right? And she holds the paper up. There she is. What a beautiful red scarf you're wearing, Mary. And she holds this up, and it seems like a pattern. At first we was thinking, oh, is she giving us the clue to a sigil? Maybe. Is that the clue to one of the sigils down in the sanctum to do the sigil puzzle? So we thought maybe she's giving us a clue as to her whereabouts or something like that. So it was painstaking, and again, props to my eldest, who's an absolute fucking legend at blueprints. How he's not making videos, I don't know. You've never seen anyone do shit like him. The mental acrobatics is insane. So we went back down. I'm going to exit. The rest of the footage from 88 has been deleted. 89, it's deleted. 90, you get what's going on here. They've completely erased everything. 91, 92, and eventually you come to 93. 93, whilst it looks like it's got a bunch of fun stuff, it doesn't really. It's interesting how they've done it. These cutscenes are Simon's cutscenes, so that will be the start of the game. That's you first entering security. That's your first meeting with Alzara. And then obviously second, third, and that's us discovering the grotto for the first time. So your cutscenes are all saved in the 1993 folder, so you can rewatch them, especially the Alzara stuff if you're trying to solve his puzzles. Anyway, back to the shape that Mary showed on the camera, right? So I'm going to pop over to my captures. We immediately thought the shape that she showed us. We did take a photo of it as well. I just don't know where to do it. There we go. We snapped a photo of it as well so you can look at it. So there's the photo that she showed us. It's a really distinct pattern that you can see. It's like obviously almost like an owl, or I don't know, Rorschach, whatever you can see, but it's an up, flat top, down, curly whirly. That's how I'm going to go with it, right? So we went down to the safe house again, where there's a subway tunnel connected, and this map is there. Now, if you look at this map carefully, you can see you are here, which is obviously the X, and that's at, what's that, Royal Station? That's where we are. This is Royal Station. I think it says it on the floor. it goes north up through 7. So I can't actually do anything to show you where it goes. So it goes up through 8, past 7, down past 3, 10, 1, 13. That's the shape that she's doing. Again, I can't point it out to you any clearer than that, really. It's just, I can't even use myself to point it out. So it's like, you are here going up. It's the same shape. There's the curly whirly at the bottom of the tail. 1 curling to 13. The stops go in the order of Royal Station is the first one. Angel Tower being the second. The third one is number 3, actually. Wait a minute. I've never thought of actually putting these in numerical order. We only did this last night, by the way. This is why we're asking for help. And also, what do you think? Number 3 is next, and that's... Where's number 3? That's Aries Crossing. Number 10 is Tanner Fork. Number 1, these are not in numerical order, by the way, is Oris Train Hall. And number 13 is Dead End. So we've took the letters, we've jumbled all the letters up, changed them. We've not, well, I mean, obviously in numerical order, you could, what would it be? It'd be 1, 3, 7, 1, 3, 7, 1, 3, 7, 8, 10, 13. Should be 1, 3, 7, 8, 1, 0, 1, 3. Don't know if that's date related. I don't know. We've took the letters from the first ones each one. So obviously Royal Station, I've got them written here. Royal Station being the first one. And then I've got it on a notepad. This is how into it we are. When they say you need a notepad for this game, they're not joking. So it's from what I've got together. I've got RSATACTFOTHDE. I can't think of anything that's particularly for. I can find the word like dates, and I can find dates for, and I can find act and things like that I've tried to unscramble it. Together, they don't make anything. I can't think of any words that are like pertinent to this puzzle. So that's what our thing was. So if you want to see the shape again, I do genuinely wish I had something I could point at the screen with, but I can't. This doesn't give you a mouse. It just doesn't. Yeah, so it goes 8 all the way up to 7. Again, if you want to look at Mary's thing. Oh, I just quickly drafted a house so we could look. I'm wondering, is there a particular reason why you might draw this map out, her pattern in the house? I don't know why you would do that. Each stop's even marked as well. I know it's hard to see because I can't even zoom. I can't even zoom in on it. But like, each stop is difficult to see. Can I even is there something you can do with this thing? No, of course you can't. But we can zoom together. We will do this. Hold on. Okay, all right, here, look, this is the best way I can show it. So here's the trained map. And if I overlay Mary's drawing, see? It's 100% that, look. She's definitely alluding to that route. It's insane. We're unsure what it means, but the dots even line up and everything. So I can't really make it too clear, but that's what she's alluding to. It's the railway station down there, the one that's in the passage. Yeah, so that's what we found, and it's again, like everybody, there's the pattern on its own. It fits smack on. It's ridiculous. We don't know what it means, so we took the letters of them. If you solve it, this is my thing now, okay? So yeah, if you happen to think you've solved this or you know what it is, then that'd be great. So any help, because I've seen nobody. So what we learned was Swansung is spelt out on the monitors, which is, you know, SAWNSNOSONG on the security room monitors, but the bottom 3 leave HSS. So in the network, we put this is if you want to do it yourself, we put Swansung HSS. That got us into the security system. We watched the 3 videos, one in the library, one in the entrance hall, and one in the security room. The one in the security room, Mary walks up to the camera and holds up a piece of paper, and that piece of paper had a pattern on it. This is that piece of paper. Then down in the reservoir, when you drain it to a 6 and you go through on the boat, you find this train map and it overlays. There you go. That's where we are at the moment. If anybody could tell us what this means, then that'd be great. If it's going to allude to something else, that'd be really cool. But that's what we found. Anyway, I know it's a short video, but it was just a quick question. If you have any opinions or thoughts, let me know, because I am dying to find out what this is and what this means. And if there's something here that's to be unraveled, I don't know. But yeah, take care, folks, and I'll see you in the next one.